I'd start by making the observation, which is just my perspective, which is I don't think the women are the problem, right? From my point of view, certainly the female entrepreneurs I've come across are just as smart, just as hardworking, just as creative as the other half of the population. So that is not the problem. There's not a pipeline problem. That's just like a bullshit observation that people make. Specifically, when it comes to the investing community, I think there is a difference between angels who are a little bit better than VCs. But for VCs, and obviously Sharon went through all of those statistics, I think the fundamental problem is that, and it's true on both coasts, but like those of us on the East Coast like to call it more out as a West Coast problem. You know, Silicon Valley loves to think it's a meritocracy, which is bullshit. It is not, right? The last time I checked, the population was 50-50, so like tell me why 2.7% of venture-backed companies have female CEOs. Like if you don't understand there's a problem there, you've got a problem. And that is the problem, that they don't understand they've got a problem. And the fundamental problem is, at least from my point of view, that VC, West Coast, maybe more than East Coast, but they've all got the same problem, is a mirrorocracy. It's not a meritocracy.
Mirrorocracy.
Yeah, it says it's a meritocracy. Right. It's a mirrorocracy. It's an ocracy which looks at something and it likes what it sees in the mirror, or it likes to see itself, basically. So from that point of view, you know, unless you change what you see in the mirror, you're not going to change greatly the dynamics. How does that
occur? Because you're absolutely right, I do think. By the way, most of them are not very attractive, most of these techies. Yeah. Just and I'm judging, Sharon, I'm sorry. I'm going to make the judgment. When you're talking about looking, is it the comfort level of seeing someone that looks like you, or someone that you imagine, like everybody needs to look like Mark Zuckerberg, which nobody needs to look like Mark Zuckerberg?
I think there's an element of that, the idea that, you know, and the jargon is pattern recognition, right? VCs, to Namdi's point, often go not on analytics, but does this look like something that made him money before? And obviously, 96 times out of 100, it is him. So they're looking for things which are, you know, stereotypically the guy who went to Stanford, did computer science, wears the hoodie. So from that point of view, it's people that look like a particular pattern of success. And I think it's been alluded to in some of the other talks, that's, you know, whether you call that sexism or unconscious bias, it's a human reality, although, you know, frankly, I'd like to call a bit of time out on unconscious bias, because I think, as you said, Kara, that's often an excuse for people to do some damn bad things. And I think it gives too many guys a free pass to say, well, you know, they don't invest in women, they've got unconscious bias. Sometimes they're just sexist.
Well, you know, it's interesting. I'll let you in a second. I agree with you. I mean, one of the things that was interesting is we spent a lot of time calling attention to it. And a couple of years ago, I did a story called "The Men and No Women of Facebook," and I just put their pictures up. You know, just their pictures. And it was, and I just put, you know, Zuckerberg's at the top, but it was white guy, white guy, white guy, Asian guy, white guy, Indian guy. That was it. Like, there's always one of those, of each of those kind of thing. And they made fun of it on the show Silicon Valley recently, like a pack of 4 white guys. There's an Indian and an Asian guy with them. And what was interesting about that is I got a call from the Facebook people. They're like, this is unfair. I said, I didn't do anything but put up your management pictures and just noted it.